Our planet is a vast and vibrant sanctuary, teeming with an astonishing array of life forms. From the highest mountain peaks to the deepest ocean trenches, every corner of the Earth is alive with creatures uniquely adapted to their environments. As the golden sun rises over the African savanna, herds of antelope graze among acacia trees, while lions lounge in the tall grasses, their eyes ever watchful. Beneath the shimmering surface of the ocean, vibrant coral reefs pulse with life. Schools of fish dart between anemones, and sea turtles glide gracefully through the currents. Each animal has a story written in the language of survival. A mother elephant gently guides her calf, shielding it from danger with her massive body. Nearby, a cheetah crouches low, muscles coiled, eyes fixed on a distant gazelle, every movement a delicate balance between predator and prey. The art of camouflage is a masterpiece of evolution. Stick insects vanish among twigs, their bodies mimicking the branches they cling to. Snow leopards with their dappled coats melt into the rocky mountainsides, unseen by both prey and rival. Across the globe, animals inhabit every imaginable landscape. Flamingos gather in shimmering pink flocks on salt lakes, their long legs stirring the water for food. Bison thunder across the open plains, their hooves churning the earth as they move in unison. In the wild, teamwork can mean the difference between feast and famine. Packs of wolves communicate with subtle glances and body language, surrounding their quarry with precision. Lionesses fan out across the savanna, each one playing a role in the hunt. In the icy seas, orcas work together to tip seals from floating ice, while wild dogs execute complex chases, each member knowing its place. Solitary hunters rely on patience and stealth. A leopard moves like a shadow through the grass, every step calculated and silent. Tigers glide through dense jungle, their stripes breaking up their outline. Jaguars slip into rivers, hunting caiman and fish, while polar bears prowl the frozen tundra, their white fur blending with the snow. Gentle giants roam the land, their size both a shield and a statement of power. Elephant herds move in tight-knit groups, their trunks entwined in greeting. Rhinoceroses graze with quiet determination, their thick skin a natural armor. Bison lock horns in displays of strength, while gorillas beat their chests, asserting dominance in the dense forest. Smaller creatures wield remarkable defenses. Armadillos curl into armored balls, impervious to most attackers. Poison dart frogs, their skin gleaming with warning colors, carry toxins potent enough to deter the boldest predator. Hedgehogs bristle their spines, and bombardier beetles unleash bursts of hot chemicals to escape danger. Intelligence and social bonds are powerful tools. Chimpanzees groom one another, forging alliances and soothing tensions. Meerkats stand sentinel, scanning the horizon for threats. Crows solve complex puzzles, and dolphins leap in synchronized arcs, their communication a symphony of clicks and whistles. Some animals are living fortresses. Turtles and tortoises withdraw into their shells at the first sign of danger. Pangolins, covered in tough overlapping scales, curl into impenetrable balls, their armor a last line of defense. The strategies for survival are as varied as the creatures themselves. Ants build vast underground cities, working in perfect harmony. Beavers engineer dams that transform entire landscapes, creating new habitats for countless species. Nature is a world of constant challenge. Storms sweep across the plains, and herds of wildebeest surge forward in epic migrations, braving rivers and predators. Locusts darken the sky in swarms, while caribou trek across frozen tundra, driven by the changing seasons. Every moment, life and death play out in 1,000 different ways. Bats pour from caves at dusk, searching for insects. Salmon leap upstream, defying rapids and waterfalls to reach their spawning grounds. Under the cover of darkness, the hunt continues. A lioness moves with silent determination, her senses tuned to every sound. Hyenas listen for the faintest rustle, while owls glide on silent wings, their eyes piercing the night. In the ocean, dolphins work as a team, herding fish into tight balls before striking. Humpback whales create nets of bubbles to trap krill, while pelicans dive in perfect synchrony, their beaks slicing through the water. When danger looms, some animals vanish in an instant. Pangolins curl up, octopuses squeeze into the tiniest crevices, and chameleons freeze, their colors blending with the leaves. The drama of predator and prey is a dance of speed, agility, and instinct. Falcons stoop at breathtaking speed, striking with precision. Gazelles leap and twist, evading the fastest land predators in a blur of motion. Defense can be as creative as attack. The mimic octopus transforms its shape to confuse predators, while skunks raise their tails in warning, ready to unleash a pungent spray. Every interaction is a thread in the intricate web of life, each species playing its part in the balance of the ecosystem. Whether hunter or hunted, every animal is vital. Frogs and insects share the same pond, each dependent on the other. Eagles soar above mountain goats, their presence shaping the behavior of the herds below. Journeying across continents and beneath the waves, we witness the endless variety of life. Glaciers carve into the sea, feeding plankton blooms that nourish whales. Rainforests pulse with the calls of birds and the rustle of unseen creatures. The giraffe's long neck is a marvel of adaptation, allowing it to reach the highest leaves and spar gently with rivals. Even the youngest calves learn to browse among the lower branches, growing into their towering forms. Porcupines wield their quills like living armor, bristling in warning at the slightest threat. With each step they remind the world that even the smallest creatures can be formidable. The owl is a master of silent flight, its feathers designed to muffle sound. With eyes that pierce the darkness and a head that swivels to pinpoint the faintest rustle, it glides through the night, a ghostly hunter. Sea turtles possess an uncanny sense of direction, navigating vast oceans to return to the very beach where they were born. Hatchlings race across the sand, guided by the moon, while adults cross coral reefs on epic migrations. Cooperation is everywhere in nature. Ants form living bridges with their bodies, while fish school in dazzling displays, confusing would-be predators with their numbers and movement. This is the endless creativity of nature, a world where every creature, every adaptation, and every interaction is a testament to the resilience and wonder of life. Against all odds, life flourishes in every corner of our beautiful earth, weaving a tapestry of survival, ingenuity, and breathtaking beauty. Across the boundless golden plains, the lion pride reigns as a living testament to the raw power and intricate bonds of the wild. Here, every member plays a part in a delicate balance, where survival is a daily contest, and every heartbeat echoes with the tension between predator and prey. Within the pride, two distinct roles emerge, each vital to the pride's continued existence. The hunters and the guardians, each with their own strengths, strategies, and destinies. The lioness, sleek and sinewy, is the pride's master huntress. Her body is a marvel of adaptation. Lean muscles ripple beneath a sandy coat that melts into the sun-bleached grass, rendering her nearly invisible to the sharpest eyes. Built for bursts of speed, she can unleash a sudden, explosive sprint, closing the gap between herself and her quarry in a matter of heartbeats. Her paws, cushioned and silent, barely disturb the earth as she moves with calculated precision. Yet, her greatest weapon is not her claws or her fangs, but her ability to work in perfect harmony with her sisters. The lionesses are a living network, communicating through subtle glances, flicks of the tail, and the faintest rustle in the grass. Together they orchestrate complex ambushes, fanning out to encircle herds and drive their chosen target into a carefully laid trap. Each lioness knows her role. Some drive, others wait in silence, poised to strike. This unity transforms them into a force capable of toppling prey many times their own size. Wildebeest, zebra, even the formidable buffalo. The air crackles with tension, as predator and prey lock into a deadly dance, each move countered by the other's instinct for survival. In contrast, the male lion stands as the pride's sentinel, his mane a crown of authority and a shield of protection. The thick, dark fur guards his throat and neck, a vital defense in the brutal clashes that define his existence. His role is not to chase down prey, but to stand as the bulwark against all threats. He is the pride's guardian, ever watchful, his senses attuned to the faintest hint of danger. The mane, more than a symbol, is a suit of armor. In the violent contests for dominance, it absorbs the slashing blows and crushing bites of rivals, giving him a fighting chance to defend his lineage. His vigilance is relentless. He patrols the boundaries of his realm, confronting intruders, be they ambitious young males seeking to usurp his throne, or cunning hyenas eager to snatch a meal or a cub. With each stride, he marks his territory, his scent a silent warning, his roar, deep and resonant, rolls across the savannah, a declaration of power that chills the blood of would-be challengers. This thunderous call is both a challenge and a promise. The land is claimed, and any who dare approach must be ready to face his fury. As dusk falls and the shadows lengthen, the lionesses prepare for the hunt. Their bodies tense, eyes fixed on the distant herds, every sense sharpened by hunger and anticipation. Some slip through the grass to encircle the herd, their movements so fluid that even the most vigilant prey may not notice until it is too late. Others lie in wait, hidden in the undergrowth, every muscle coiled like a spring, ready to unleash a devastating charge. Nightfall brings a new advantage. The lioness's eyes, adapted to the darkness, pierce the gloom with a clarity 6 times greater than that of their prey. In the blackness, they become phantoms, silent, unseen, unstoppable. Patiently, they select their target, often the weakest, the youngest, or the one who strays too far from the safety of the herd. The tension is palpable, every heartbeat a countdown to the explosive moment of attack. Suddenly, the silence shatters. The lionesses surge forward, a blur of muscle and determination, closing the distance in a heartbeat as the herd erupts in panic. The final moments are a whirlwind of power and precision. The lioness lunges, jaws locking onto the throat of her prey, ending the chase with a swift, merciful bite. The kill is not just a victory for the hunters, but for the entire pride. Cubs, mothers, and the dominant male all share in the feast, their survival secured by the skill and courage of the huntresses. While the pride feeds, the male remains ever alert, his gaze sweeping the horizon for any sign of danger. His life is a constant test, a never-ending vigil against the threats that stalk the savannah. He must be prepared to defend his reign at a moment's notice, for the wild is a place where power is always contested and never guaranteed. When rivals appear, the confrontation is fierce and unforgiving. Claws slash, teeth sink deep, and the earth trembles with the force of their struggle. Only the strongest will prevail. No king rules forever. Age, injury, or the relentless challenge of youth can bring even the mightiest lion low. The cycle of dominance is unending, each new ruler tested by the same unforgiving laws of nature. For the deposed, life becomes a solitary struggle, the echoes of past glory fading into the vastness of the plains. Yet even in exile, the lion remains a symbol of the wild's enduring spirit. Through strength and strategy, through unity and vigilance, the pride endures. The lionesses hunt, the male protects, and the cubs grow beneath their watchful eyes, each generation a new chapter in the eternal story of predator and prey, written across the endless savannah. The African savannah stretches endlessly, a vast and sun-drenched stage where survival is a daily struggle. Here, every animal must adapt, innovate, and defend itself against the ever-present threat of predators and the harshness of the environment. The giraffe, towering above the plains as the world's tallest animal, spends much of its day browsing the treetops. Its long neck allows it to reach tender leaves and shoots that few others can access, giving it a unique advantage in the competition for food. Despite its gentle appearance, the giraffe is always alert. Its height is not just for feeding, it's a vital tool for survival, allowing it to scan the horizon for danger while it feeds. With eyes positioned high above the ground, giraffes act as sentinels for the savanna. Their excellent eyesight can detect movement from miles away, alerting not only themselves but also other animals to the approach of predators. When a pride of lions stalks through the grass, the giraffe is often the first to notice. Its vigilance can mean the difference between life and death, both for itself and for the many creatures that share its home. Life for a giraffe calf is especially perilous. Vulnerable to predators, young giraffes rely on their mothers for protection. A mother giraffe will position herself between her calf and any threat, her body a living shield. If danger comes too close, the giraffe's defense is swift and brutal. With a single powerful kick, it can shatter bones and even kill a lion. This formidable weapon is a last resort, but it is devastatingly effective. Sharing the savanna with the giraffe is another giant, the African buffalo. These massive herbivores are among the most respected and feared animals in Africa, not for their speed, but for their sheer power and unpredictable temperament. African buffalo spend their days grazing in large herds, moving together across the grasslands in search of fresh pasture and water. Their social bonds are strong, and their safety lies in numbers. Each buffalo is a fortress of muscle and determination. Their motto is simple: never surrender. When threatened, they stand their ground, facing danger head-on rather than fleeing. Their most iconic feature is the massive, curved horns fused at the base into a thick, bony boss. This natural armor protects their skulls during fights with predators and rivals alike. When provoked, a buffalo can charge with astonishing speed and force. Even the most experienced lions risk serious injury or death when facing a charging buffalo. The herd is the buffalo's greatest strength. They move as one, tightly grouped, each individual ready to defend the others. This unity is their shield against the dangers of the wild. When a member of the herd is attacked, it sends out a distress call. Instantly, the rest of the herd responds, charging back to confront the threat and rescue their companion. For predators, hunting giraffes or buffalo is a dangerous gamble. A pride of lions may attempt to bring down a giraffe, but the risk is immense. Unlike zebras, which kick backward to escape, giraffes use their long legs to strike forward and sideways, targeting their attackers with deadly accuracy. Each kick is a calculated strike, aimed to incapacitate or kill. This is not just defense, it's a fight for survival, honed by generations of living under constant threat. A mother giraffe defending her calf is a force to be reckoned with. Predators know that a single misstep can be fatal when facing her wrath. Many lions have learned this lesson the hard way. A well-placed kick from a giraffe can break bones, crush skulls, and end a hunt in an instant. As a result, even the kings of the savanna often hesitate before challenging a healthy adult giraffe, choosing instead to seek out weaker or isolated prey. The African buffalo faces similar dangers, but its response is collective. When lions attack, the herd forms a living wall, horns lowered, ready to defend their own. The moment a distress call is heard, the herd surges forward in a stampede of muscle and fury, turning the tables on their would-be hunters. Suddenly, the predators become the prey, forced to flee from the relentless charge of the buffalo. The herd moves as a single, unstoppable force, their unity and courage on full display as they defend their territory and each other. In moments of crisis, buffalo will surround a fallen comrade, using their numbers and strength to drive off predators and attempt a daring rescue. This mobbing behavior is a testament to their social bonds and makes them one of the most formidable defenders in the animal kingdom. For both giraffes and buffalo, daily life is a constant test of vigilance, strength, and cooperation. Their survival depends not just on individual power, but on the ability to adapt, defend, and unite against the many challenges of the wild African plains. Deep within the dense, shadowy rainforests of the Amazon, the jaguar reigns as the apex predator, a creature perfectly sculpted by evolution for life in this tangled, mysterious world. The jaguar is a master of ambush, relying on stealth and patience rather than speed. Its muscular, compact body allows it to move with remarkable silence, each step calculated and deliberate as it glides through the undergrowth. The forest's low light and thick vegetation are not obstacles, but allies. The jaguar's keen senses, acute hearing, sharp vision adapted for twilight, and a powerful sense of smell help it detect even the faintest movement. Its beautifully patterned coat, a mosaic of rosettes and spots, is more than just decoration. This natural camouflage breaks up its outline, allowing the jaguar to vanish into the dappled sunlight and shadow, often coming within striking distance before its prey even senses danger. When the moment is right, the jaguar unleashes a swift and explosive pounce, its powerful limbs propelling it forward with astonishing force and precision. Unlike other big cats that often suffocate their prey with a throat bite, the jaguar possesses the most powerful bite of any feline. Its jaws are engineered to crush bone, delivering a lethal bite directly through the skull, instantly severing the spinal cord or piercing the brain. This unique adaptation allows the jaguar to hunt armored or well-defended animals, such as turtles and caimans, that would be off-limits to other predators. Its immense power is a testament to its evolutionary success. Far across the ocean, on the African continent, another remarkable creature has evolved a very different strategy for survival, the Cape porcupine. Though much smaller than the jaguar, it is no less formidable in its own way. The Cape porcupine is Africa's largest rodent, and its body is sheathed in a formidable coat of armor. Each quill is a modified hair, stiffened and lengthened into a needle-sharp weapon. These quills, made of tough keratin, can reach up to 1/2 meter in length. When threatened, the porcupine raises and fans them out, transforming its silhouette into a bristling fortress. When a predator, such as a leopard or lion, approaches, the porcupine does not flee. Instead, it stands its ground, relying on its arsenal of quills as a deterrent. The porcupine rattles its hollow tail quills, producing a menacing sound that serves as a warning. If the threat persists, it charges backward, aiming its quills at the attacker. Should a predator ignore these warnings, the quills detach easily and embed themselves deep into flesh. The barbed tips make removal excruciatingly difficult, often leading to infection or even death. The jaguar's hunting skills are not limited to a single technique. Its adaptability is legendary, allowing it to exploit a wide range of prey and habitats. Unlike most big cats, the jaguar is an accomplished swimmer. Rivers and flooded forests are not barriers, but hunting grounds teeming with opportunity. This aquatic prowess allows the jaguar to hunt capybaras, caimans, and even large fish, making it one of the most versatile predators in the world. Its adaptability ensures its dominance, shaping the balance of life in the rainforest. The jaguar's presence controls populations of herbivores and smaller predators, maintaining the health and diversity of its ecosystem. The jaguar's strategy is built on precision, power, and patience. It waits in ambush, striking only when success is almost certain, conserving energy in a world where every calorie counts. As a solitary hunter, the jaguar has perfected the art of the surprise attack. Its solitary nature reduces competition and conflict, allowing it to roam vast territories in search of prey. The porcupine's defense is a masterpiece of passive resistance. It does not seek confrontation, but its armor is a powerful deterrent, shaping the behavior of predators across its range. Each quill is tipped with microscopic barbs, making them nearly impossible to extract once embedded. This adaptation ensures that even a single encounter can have lasting consequences for a would-be attacker. For predators, a failed attack on a porcupine can mean serious injury, infection, and sometimes death. This risk shapes the hunting strategies of many carnivores, who quickly learn to avoid these well-defended rodents. The wounds caused by the quills can fester, leading to debilitating infections. In the wild, such injuries can tip the balance between life and death. This effective defense means that most predators, after a single painful lesson, will avoid porcupines in the future, granting these rodents a rare peace in a world of constant danger. The porcupine transforms its own body into a living fortress, proving that in nature, survival is not always about size or strength. Sometimes the most ingenious adaptations, whether the jaguar's lethal precision or the porcupine's impenetrable armor, are what shape the intricate balance of life in the wild. In the intricate tapestry of African wildlife, two remarkable creatures stand out for their unique approaches to survival: the highly intelligent baboon and the imposing white rhinoceros. Each has evolved extraordinary strategies to thrive in the often unforgiving savanna, where danger and opportunity are never far apart. The Chacma baboon, Africa's largest baboon species, is a master of adaptation. These primates rely on their sharp wits and complex social lives, forming troops that can number in the hundreds. Within these groups, every member has a role, from vigilant sentinels to nurturing mothers and dominant males. The troop's social structure is a marvel of organization. Hierarchies are established through displays, grooming, and alliances, creating a network of relationships that ensures the group's cohesion and safety. Communication is at the heart of baboon society. They use a sophisticated system of vocalizations, facial expressions, and body language to convey everything from alarm to reassurance. Each call can signal a different type of threat, allowing the troop to respond with remarkable precision. When a leopard, their most formidable predator, is detected, a specific alarm call rings out. This instant warning mobilizes the entire troop. The troop's response is immediate and coordinated. Instead of panicking, they shift into a defensive formation, ready to face the threat together. Large, dominant males move to the front, baring their impressive canine teeth and making aggressive displays. This united front is often enough to deter even the most determined predator. In stark contrast, the white rhinoceros depends on its sheer size and physical power. As the second largest land mammal, the adult rhino is a living fortress, rarely threatened by predators. Rhinos are built for endurance and strength. Their thick skin acts as armor, and their horns are formidable weapons used for defense and in battles for territory or mates. The white rhino's broad, flat mouth is perfectly adapted for grazing on the vast grasslands. This specialized feeding strategy allows them to shape the landscape, influencing the ecosystem for countless other species. Despite their poor eyesight, rhinos possess an extraordinary sense of smell, about 50 times more sensitive than a human's. This acute sense helps them detect danger, find food, and communicate with other rhinos. With their keen hearing and sense of smell, rhinos are always aware of their surroundings, able to sense threats long before they become immediate. A mother rhino is fiercely protective of her calf. She will charge at any perceived threat, using her size and strength to keep her young safe in a world full of dangers. For baboons, cooperation is key. Their collective intelligence and bravery are on full display when facing predators. The troops' unity and communication make them a formidable force, able to outwit and outlast many threats. When danger looms, the largest males take the lead, standing shoulder to shoulder, ready to defend the group at all costs. Their displays, bared teeth, loud calls, and aggressive postures are designed to intimidate and confuse predators, often turning the tables on would-be hunters. By presenting a united front, baboons make it clear that attacking the troop is a risky gamble, one that most predators are unwilling to take. This remarkable teamwork is a testament to the power of social bonds and shared intelligence in the wild. Through constant communication and cooperation, baboons demonstrate that survival is not just about strength, but about working together and adapting to every challenge the savanna presents. Rhinos, though mostly solitary, have their own ways of staying connected. They use their environment to send messages, marking their presence and territory. Dung piles or middens serve as community message boards. Each pile contains vital information about the rhinos in the area, their age, sex, and even their reproductive status. By investigating these middens, rhinos can avoid unnecessary conflicts and find potential mates, maintaining a delicate balance in their social world. This indirect communication helps them navigate the vast savanna, reducing the risk of dangerous encounters and ensuring the survival of the species. Although rhinos are often seen alone, their subtle social networks are vital for their well-being, especially in a landscape where resources and safety are always in flux. With their massive bodies, thick skin, sharp horns, and heightened senses, white rhinos are true giants of the savanna. Yet even these living fortresses face challenges, from drought and habitat loss to the ever-present threat of poaching. Baboons, too, must constantly adapt. They forage for food, care for their young, and maintain social bonds, all while navigating the dangers of predators and the changing environment. In the wilds of Africa, both baboons and rhinos are testaments to the power of adaptation. Their stories are woven into the fabric of the savanna, each playing a vital role in the ecosystem's balance and resilience. Across the sprawling wilderness of the Americas, a silent drama unfolds every day. Here, in the dense forests, open grasslands and rugged mountains, three remarkable creatures, each with their own extraordinary adaptations, carve out their existence. Their lives are woven into the fabric of this wild land, shaped by the constant challenge of finding food and evading danger. The puma, also known as the cougar or mountain lion, is the embodiment of feline grace and power. With muscles rippling beneath its tawny coat, it moves like a shadow, silent, unseen, and always alert. This slender, muscular cat is a master of patience. It glides through the undergrowth, every step calculated, every movement measured. The puma's golden eyes scan the world for the slightest sign of prey, its senses finely tuned to the rhythms of the wild. Its long, expressive tail acts as a counterbalance, allowing the puma to leap across boulders and navigate treacherous slopes with ease. In this rugged terrain, agility is as vital as strength. When the moment to strike arrives, the puma explodes into action. In a blur of motion, it can reach speeds of up to 43 miles per hour, closing the distance between itself and its quarry in seconds. With precision, it targets the neck or the base of the skull, delivering a powerful bite that ends the hunt swiftly. This efficiency is the result of countless generations honing the art of predation. After the hunt, the puma drags its prize into the shadows, covering it with leaves and branches. This hidden cache is a lifeline, a store of energy for the days ahead, protected from scavengers by the puma's cunning. In the same forests, another figure moves quietly, the South American tapir. This ancient mammal, with its barrel-shaped body and gentle eyes, is often called the silent gardener of the jungle. The tapir's life is one of constant vigilance. Its large, sensitive ears swivel at the faintest sound, always listening for the approach of predators like the jaguar. Yet the tapir is not defenseless. When danger draws near, the tapir's instinct is to flee, not across open ground, but toward water. With surprising speed, it dashes to the nearest river or lake, plunging into the cool embrace of the water. Its short, flexible snout acts as a natural snorkel, allowing the tapir to submerge almost completely, hidden from view. Here, beneath the surface, it can wait for minutes, safe from prowling hunters. This aquatic escape is a masterstroke of survival, confusing land-based predators and giving the tapir precious moments to evade capture. In the lush, tangled world of the rainforest, such adaptations are the difference between life and death. On the open grasslands and forest edges, the giant anteater roams, a creature as strange as it is specialized. With its elongated snout and shaggy coat, it is unmistakable. The anteater's world is one of relentless foraging. It survives almost entirely on ants and termites, consuming up to 35,000 insects in a single day. Each meal is a testament to its persistence and ingenuity. Its long, tube-like snout conceals a tongue that can stretch up to 2 feet, coated in sticky saliva. With astonishing speed, the anteater flicks its tongue in and out, probing deep into insect nests. More than 150 times a minute, the anteater's tongue darts in and out, gathering its tiny prey. This relentless rhythm is the heartbeat of its survival. Because its diet is low in energy, the anteater has adapted by lowering its body temperature, conserving every precious calorie. It spends long hours resting in the shade, moving only when hunger calls. Yet, despite its gentle appearance, the anteater is not defenseless. When threatened, it becomes a formidable opponent. Rising up on its hind legs, the anteater brandishes its massive foreclaws, sharp, curved, and capable of inflicting deep wounds. Even the fiercest predators think twice before challenging this unusual specialist. Together, the puma, tapir, and anteater form a living tapestry of adaptation. Each has evolved a unique set of skills, perfectly suited to its place in the ecosystem. The puma, a solitary hunter, stalks the twilight, blending into the shadows as it perfects the art of the ambush. The tapir, gentle and elusive, relies on its knowledge of the land and water, slipping away from danger with quiet determination. The giant anteater, with its remarkable snout and claws, is a specialist in both feeding and defense, thriving in a world where only the most adaptable survive. In the wild heart of the Americas, these creatures remind us that survival is not always about brute strength or speed. It is about finding your niche, mastering your environment, and living in harmony with the ever-changing rhythms of the natural world. In the shadowy heights of the rainforest, where moonlight filters through tangled branches and the air hums with the quiet pulse of life, the great horned owl reigns as a silent spectre. Cloaked in darkness, it perches motionless, its golden eyes scanning the world below for the faintest sign of movement. With a sudden, almost ghostly grace, the owl launches from its branch. Its wings, broad and powerful, carry it effortlessly through the dense forest, gliding between tree trunks and weaving through the night air with barely a whisper. The secret to this near-invisible flight lies in the intricate design of its feathers. The leading edges are serrated, each barb breaking up the air and scattering sound, so that even the sharpest ears below cannot detect its approach. This mastery of silence allows the owl to descend upon its prey, rabbits, mice, and other small creatures, without warning, striking with a speed and precision that leaves no chance for escape. But the owl's arsenal is not limited to stealth. Its senses are honed for the hunt. Eyes adapted for low light pierce the gloom, while its ears, hidden beneath a crown of feathers, are tuned to the faintest rustle. The owl's ears are set at different heights on its head, a remarkable adaptation that lets it triangulate the source of a sound with pinpoint accuracy, even in total darkness. As dawn approaches and the forest begins to glow with the first hints of sunlight, another master of survival awakens, the brown Capuchin monkey. High in the emerald canopy, these agile primates leap from branch to branch, their sharp eyes and nimble fingers always searching for opportunity. Capuchins are renowned for their intelligence. In the dappled light, one selects a sturdy stick or a smooth stone, examining it with careful curiosity before putting it to use. With practiced skill, the monkey wields its chosen tool, hammering open tough nuts that would defeat lesser creatures. The sound of stone on shell echoes softly through the undergrowth, a testament to ingenuity born of necessity. Each action is deliberate, each movement a product of thought and planning. The Capuchin's mind is always at work, solving problems, adapting to new challenges, and learning from every experience. Their curiosity is boundless. Every leaf, every insect, every sound in the forest is a potential clue, a puzzle to be solved in the endless quest for survival. Capuchins have even learned to harness the power of the plants around them. They carefully select leaves and rub them into their fur, using the natural chemicals to ward off biting insects, a form of self-care passed down through generations. This behavior keeps them healthy and comfortable, allowing them to rest and thrive in the humid, buzzing world of the rainforest. Back in the shadows, the owl's own adaptations are on full display. Its talons, curved and razor-sharp, are built for gripping and dispatching prey with lethal efficiency. Its beak, hooked and powerful, tears through flesh with ease. The owl's neck is a marvel of flexibility, able to rotate up to 270 degrees. This allows it to scan its entire domain without betraying its presence, a ghostly watcher in the night. When the moment comes, the owl strikes with blinding speed, talons extended, seizing its quarry in a grip that brooks no resistance. The force of its grasp is immense, 300 pounds per square inch, enough to end the struggle in an instant, ensuring a swift, merciful end for its prey. With its blend of silent flight, acute senses, and deadly strength, the great horned owl is the undisputed master of the nocturnal hunt, a phantom that shapes the rhythm of life in the rainforest after dark. As the capuchin monkeys forage by day, their actions ripple through the ecosystem. Every fruit they eat, every plant they touch, plays a role in the intricate web of rainforest life. Moving through the trees, they scatter seeds and fruit remains across the forest floor, unwittingly planting the next generation of trees and nourishing the soil. These scattered seeds take root, sprouting into new life and ensuring the continued vitality of the forest. The capuchins are silent gardeners, their daily routines shaping the very landscape they call home. Their intelligence, their adaptability, and their complex behaviors are all woven into the fabric of the rainforest, a testament to the power of evolution and the delicate balance of this ancient world. In the endless interplay of night and day, predator and prey, the owl and the capuchin each carve out their place. One rules the darkness with silent wings and deadly talons. The other shapes the daylight with clever hands and a curious mind. Together they embody the spirit of the rainforest, a world of fierce competition, subtle cooperation, and breathtaking beauty. Beneath the shimmering surface of the world's oceans lies a realm of endless blue, where life unfolds in astonishing ways. Here, animals have evolved remarkable abilities to hunt, communicate, and survive, each species carving out its own unique story in the vast aquatic expanse. The bottlenose dolphin, with its sleek body and playful spirit, is one of the ocean's most intelligent and charismatic inhabitants. These dolphins are not only agile swimmers, but also possess a keen curiosity that drives them to explore and interact with their world in ways few other creatures can match. Living in tightly knit pods, dolphins form complex social bonds that are the foundation of their daily lives. Within these groups, they communicate through a symphony of clicks, whistles, and body language, each sound and gesture carrying meaning, whether it's a call to play, a warning of danger, or a signal to begin a coordinated hunt. One of their most extraordinary talents is echolocation, a natural sonar that allows them to see with sound. By emitting a series of high-pitched clicks, dolphins can sense the world around them in vivid detail, even when their eyes cannot penetrate the darkness or murkiness of the water. The echoes that return from these clicks paint a mental map of their surroundings, revealing the location, size, and even the shape of objects and prey. This ability transforms the ocean into a world of sound, where every ripple and movement is a clue to survival. With echolocation, dolphins can hunt with precision, tracking swift fish through swirling schools and navigating through shadowy depths where light barely reaches. In the deeper blue, the southern right whale glides with gentle power. These ocean giants are peaceful travelers, embarking on epic migrations that span thousands of miles, moving from icy feeding grounds to the warmth of tropical seas. Their journeys are among the longest in the animal kingdom, as they traverse over 3,700 miles to reach the safe, shallow waters where new life begins. Southern right whales are filter feeders, drifting through clouds of krill and plankton. With each slow, graceful pass, they open their massive mouths, drawing in water teeming with tiny life. Their baleen plates act as nature's sieve, trapping over 2,200 pounds of these minuscule creatures every day. This gentle feeding sustains their immense bodies and shapes the balance of the ocean's food web. Whales are more than just consumers. They are architects of the sea. Their presence supports entire ecosystems, as their movements and feeding habits help circulate nutrients and sustain marine life. Even their droppings play a vital role, releasing iron and other nutrients that fertilize the ocean surface. This sparks blooms of plankton, feeding countless creatures and fueling the cycle of life beneath the waves. Dolphins, too, are masters of teamwork. Their intelligence shines brightest during the hunt, where they devise creative strategies to outwit their prey. One of their most ingenious techniques is mudring feeding, a spectacle of coordination and cunning. Working together, a group of dolphins swims in a tight circle, beating their tails against the seafloor to stir up a swirling wall of mud. This muddy barrier traps a school of fish, leaving them confused and disoriented within the ring. In a desperate bid for freedom, the fish leap from the water, only to be caught mid-air by the waiting dolphins. It is a breathtaking display of strategy, timing, and cooperation. Every hunt is a lesson in communication, as dolphins use clicks, whistles, and body movements to coordinate their actions, proving themselves as true strategists of the sea. Gliding serenely through coral gardens and open water, the green sea turtle is a living relic of ancient oceans. With each slow, powerful stroke, it journeys across vast distances, a silent traveler in a world of color and light. Named for the green layer of fat beneath their shells, these turtles are gentle grazers, their lives intertwined with the health of the seagrass beds they feed upon. As they graze, they trim the seagrass, keeping it healthy and vibrant. This simple act creates a thriving habitat for countless marine species, making the turtle a true gardener of the sea. Yet perhaps the most astonishing feat of the green sea turtle is its ability to navigate. From the moment they hatch, these turtles embark on epic migrations, crossing entire oceans with unerring precision. When the time comes, female turtles return to the very beach where they were born, guided by instincts and senses that remain a mystery. Here, under the cover of night, they lay the next generation of travelers in the sand. Scientists believe that green sea turtles use the Earth's magnetic field as a natural compass, reading invisible cues in the water to find their way home. It is a journey of wonder and endurance, a testament to the mysteries that still lie hidden beneath the waves. Throughout our journey, we have witnessed the astonishing diversity of life on Earth. Each animal, from the smallest insect to the mightiest predator, is equipped with a remarkable set of skills, honed by millions of years of evolution. These adaptations are not random. They are the result of nature's relentless drive for survival and balance. The lioness, for example, demonstrates the power of teamwork, working in perfect harmony with her pride to bring down prey much larger than herself. In contrast, the jaguar moves silently and alone, relying on stealth and strength to ambush its quarry in the dense jungle. The giraffe towers above the savanna, using its height to spot danger and its powerful kick to defend itself from predators. The pangolin, on the other hand, has perfected the art of defense, curling into an armored ball that few predators can penetrate. The owl glides silently through the night, its feathers adapted for stealth, making it a master of nocturnal hunting. Meanwhile, the Capuchin monkey displays intelligence and creativity, using tools to access food others cannot reach. Each of these strategies is a testament to the endless ingenuity of life, perfectly tailored to the challenges of each environment. These abilities are not just fascinating curiosities. They are the very tools of survival, forged in the ongoing drama of the wild. Every chase, every escape, every clever tactic is a vital part of the struggle to find food, avoid danger, and ensure the next generation survives in a world where every day brings new challenges. Together, these countless adaptations weave a tapestry of life, creating a delicate and intricate balance that sustains entire ecosystems. Predators like the puma and the lion play a crucial role, keeping populations in check and preventing any one species from overwhelming the land. Without them, herds would grow unchecked, stripping the landscape of vegetation and threatening the very foundation of the ecosystem. Scavengers like the turkey vulture are nature's cleanup crew, removing the remains of the fallen and preventing the spread of disease, ensuring the cycle of life continues unbroken. Even the plant eaters, the grazers and browsers have vital roles to play. Animals like the tapir and the maned wolf spread seeds as they feed, helping forests to regenerate and new life to flourish. From the tiniest insect to the largest mammal, every creature has a purpose, each one a vital thread in the fabric of its ecosystem. This interconnectedness is what scientists call the web of life, a vast network where every species is linked to countless others. Like a puzzle, each piece is essential. Remove one, and the entire picture can change. The loss of a single species can send ripples through the ecosystem, affecting creatures far beyond what we can see. The sea turtle, for instance, keeps seagrass beds healthy, which in turn provide shelter and food for countless fish and marine creatures. Dolphins, with their coordinated hunts, shape fish populations and maintain the balance of the sea. Even the mighty whale, as it feeds and migrates, fertilizes the ocean with nutrients, supporting life from the surface to the deep. Every action in nature creates a ripple, a chain reaction that touches countless lives. Every creature, whether predator or prey, is part of this grand, ongoing drama, each dependent on others for survival, directly or indirectly. The hunter needs the hunted, and the hunted shape the hunter's skills. The forest depends on its gardeners, herbivores and seed dispersers to renew and thrive. This breathtaking balance is the result of countless interactions, a living masterpiece shaped by time and adaptation. It reminds us that every animal, no matter how ordinary or extraordinary, has value and a role to play. Each is a character in the never-ending story of life on Earth, contributing to the ongoing saga of survival. From the thunderous breach of a whale to the delicate footsteps of an ant, every moment is part of nature's grand performance. Each animal, each behavior, is a note in the symphony of the wild, a story of resilience, adaptation, and connection. By observing and understanding these roles, we gain a deeper appreciation for the wonder and complexity of the natural world. The beauty of nature lies not just in its creatures, but in the intricate relationships that bind them together. Protecting this balance is essential, for it is the foundation of life itself. The fierce battles, ingenious strategies, and unexpected partnerships we witness are all part of a self-sustaining system, one that has endured and evolved for millions of years, weathering change and challenge. This is the perfect balance of nature, a living, breathing masterpiece, where every animal, every phenomenon, and every moment is woven into the grand tapestry of life on our vibrant planet. Gap 2s. In the frozen expanse of the Arctic tundra, where the land stretches endlessly beneath a pale sky, survival is a daily battle against the elements as much as against other creatures. Here, two titans of adaptation face off in an ancient contest, the Arctic wolf and the mighty musk ox. The Arctic wolf moves with quiet determination, its white coat blending seamlessly into the snowy landscape. In this world of ice and wind, teamwork is everything. Wolves travel in close-knit packs, communicating with subtle glances and body language, coordinating their every move. Their strategy relies on patience and unity. Each wolf knows its place, Each action is calculated. Against them stands the musk ox, a relic from the Ice Age, its shaggy fur a fortress against the biting cold. With horns curved like ancient blades and a body built for endurance, the musk ox is both resolute and imposing. Its greatest strength, however, lies not in aggression but in solidarity. When danger approaches, the herd forms a living barrier. Adults encircle the calves, heads lowered, horns out, ready to defend against any attack. As the wind howls across the tundra, the wolves begin their approach, circling wide to test for weakness. They watch for a moment's hesitation, a calf that strays too far, an elder that lags behind. The musk oxen respond with discipline, shifting their formation, always keeping their young at the center. The standoff is tense. Every sense is sharpened, every movement deliberate. Suddenly, the wolves surge forward, their paws barely making a sound on the packed snow. The herd holds firm, a wall of muscle and horn. The wolves dart in and out, probing for an opening, their breath steaming in the frigid air. For long minutes the dance continues, predator and prey locked in a silent negotiation, each testing the other's resolve. In the Arctic, there is no room for waste. The wolves cannot afford a failed hunt, and the musk ox cannot risk a broken line. Sometimes the wolves succeed, isolating a vulnerable member. Other times, the herd's defense holds and the wolves retreat, waiting for another chance. There are no guarantees in this land of extremes, only the certainty that both hunter and hunted must give everything to survive. This epic duel is more than a struggle for life. It is a testament to the relentless ingenuity of nature. The Arctic wolf and the musk ox are shaped by the same unforgiving environment. Their strategies a reflection of the harsh beauty that defines this frozen world. Their contest is a reminder of nature's balance, of strength and strategy, resilience and unity, played out on one of the most formidable stages on Earth. Gap 2s. On the sun-baked islands of Indonesia, a world apart from the icy Arctic, another ancient rivalry unfolds. Here the land shimmers with heat, and the air is thick with the scent of earth and salt. Among twisted trees and rocky outcrops, two formidable creatures write the story of survival in their own unique script: the Komodo dragon and the wild boar. The Komodo dragon, the largest lizard on Earth, moves with slow, deliberate grace. Muscles ripple beneath armored scales as it patrols its territory, tongue flicking to taste the air, searching for the faintest trace of prey. Its senses are keen, and its patience legendary. The Komodo is both an ambush predator and a master of endurance, capable of waiting hours for the perfect moment to strike. In contrast, the wild boar is a creature of restless energy. Bristled, compact, and fiercely intelligent, it roots through the undergrowth with relentless determination. Adaptable and wary, the boar relies on its speed, sharp tusks, and acute sense of smell to evade danger. Living in small groups called sounders, wild boar are always alert. Every rustle in the brush, every shift in the wind is a possible threat. Their encounters are a study in contrasts. The Komodo dragon stalks with silent intent, blending into the shadows, waiting for a boar to stray too far from the group. When the opportunity arises, it lunges with astonishing speed, jaws agape, teeth like serrated daggers. The boar reacts in an instant, squealing, wheeling around, tusks slashing in defense, the rest of the sounder scattering in confusion. But the Komodo's true weapon is not just its bite, but its persistence. If it lands a wound, it follows patiently, tracking the injured animal for hours, even days, as venom and bacteria take their toll. The wild boar, for its part, uses the tangled terrain to its advantage, darting through thickets and muddy gullies, testing the dragon's resolve at every turn. This dance of predator and prey is shaped by the island itself, a place where resources are scarce and every meal is hard-earned. The Komodo dragon and the wild boar are products of this harsh, isolated ecosystem, their behaviors finely tuned by generations of struggle. Here, survival is not just a matter of strength, but of endurance, cunning, and adaptability. Each encounter between dragon and boar is a reminder of the delicate balance that sustains life on these rugged islands, a balance forged in heat, hunger, and the timeless contest between hunter and hunted. High above the clouds, where the air is thin and the wind cuts like glass, an ancient duel plays out on the razor-edged cliffs of the mountains. Here, in a world carved by ice and time, the snow leopard moves as a whisper, nearly invisible against the rocky, snow-dusted slopes. Powerful muscles coil beneath its dappled coat, each step measured and silent, paws cushioned by thick fur to muffle every sound. Its long, sinuous tail acts as a counterbalance, allowing it to leap across yawning chasms and navigate sheer walls with effortless grace. Below, scattered along perilous ledges, the mountain goats graze. Their hooves are miracles of engineering, split and textured to grip the smallest crevice, steadying them on the brink of the abyss. Their thick, woolly coats shield them from the biting cold, while keen eyesight scans the slopes for the faintest sign of danger. They live in small herds, ever watchful, communicating with subtle gestures and sharp calls that echo off the stone. The snow leopard's hunt is a masterclass in patience and precision. It stalks from above, using outcrops and shadows to stay hidden, its breath barely stirring in the frigid air. Every muscle tenses as it closes the distance, eyes locked on a young goat lagging behind the group. The leap, when it comes, is explosive. A blur of motion as the predator launches itself down the slope, claws outstretched. But the mountain goat is no easy prey. With a burst of agility, it darts up the cliff, hooves finding impossible purchase on the near-vertical rock. The chase becomes a test of balance and nerve, predator and prey defying gravity in a desperate scramble. Sometimes the snow leopard's skill prevails. Other times the goat's sure-footedness wins the day, and the leopard fades once more into the mists, waiting for another chance. In these mountains, survival is a dance of adaptation and instinct, a daily struggle played out in silence and shadow. The snow leopard and the mountain goat are sculpted by this harsh world, their lives a testament to the beauty and brutality of nature's design. Here, in the realm of ice and stone, every encounter is a story of resilience, a reminder that even in the quietest places, life endures. Beneath the rolling waves, where sunlight fractures into silver ribbons and the world grows cold and blue, another duel unfolds, one of intelligence, strategy, and survival. In this liquid realm, the orca reigns as a master tactician, its black and white form slicing through the depths with effortless power. Every movement is calculated, every breath a measured pause in the silent, shadowy ballet of predator and prey. Nearby, a harbour seal glides through forests of kelp, its body sleek and supple, flippers steering it with nimble grace. The seal's large, dark eyes scan the shifting mosaic of light and shadow, ever alert for the telltale silhouette of danger. It knows these waters intimately, the labyrinth of kelp, the hidden crevices, the safe havens where a quick twist can mean the difference between life and death. The orca hunts not with brute force alone, but with cunning born from generations of learning. It communicates silently with its pod, clicks and whistles echoing through the water like a secret code. Together they herd the seal, anticipating its moves, blocking escape routes with synchronized sweeps. Sometimes a lone orca will feign disinterest, circling at a distance while the seal grows bold, only to launch a sudden attack from below, a burst of speed and precision. The seal's defense is agility and wit. It darts and spins, weaving through kelp fronds to break the orca's line of sight. It hugs the rocky bottom, using the terrain as a shield, and listens for the subtle changes in water pressure that signal the hunter's approach. Every flick of its tail is a gamble, risking the open water for a chance at freedom. The ocean itself becomes a chessboard, each player reading the currents, the shadows, the faintest ripple of movement. The orca may slap the water with its tail, sending shockwaves to dislodge the seal from its refuge, or work with its kin to create waves that wash the seal from ice floes in polar seas. The seal, in turn, learns to freeze in place, blending with mottled sunlight, or to leap onto slippery rocks just beyond the orca's reach. In this silent war, intelligence is as vital as strength. Predator and prey are bound by the rules of the sea, each adapting, each innovating, each striving to outwit the other. The underwater hunt is more than a chase. It is a testament to the power of strategy and the resilience of life beneath the waves. Here, in the boundless blue, survival is written not in speed or size alone, but in the brilliance of the mind and the fluid grace of movement. The orca and the seal, locked in their eternal contest, remind us that the ocean's greatest drama is often played out far from human eyes, in the quiet depths where every moment is a test of will and every breath could be the last. Across the sun-drenched savanna, where golden grasses ripple beneath a vast open sky, the drama of survival unfolds with unmatched intensity. Here, the African wild dog emerges as one of nature's most effective hunters, a creature built for endurance, cunning, and cooperation. Its mottled coat blends seamlessly with the land, and its lean body moves with tireless energy. But the wild dog's true strength lies not in its speed alone, but in the power of the pack. A dozen wild dogs move as one, their senses tuned to the subtlest signals. A flicker in the grass, the distant thud of hooves. Communication is silent and swift, a glance, a twitch of the ear, a barely audible whine. Together they select their target, a vigilant impala, her eyes wide, nostrils quivering as she grazes among her herd. She senses the shift in the wind, the tension that crackles through the air. With sudden, explosive momentum, the chase begins. The pack fans out, each member playing a role. Some sprint ahead to cut off escape routes, while others flank from the sides, herding the impala toward rougher ground. The wild dogs are relentless, their stamina unmatched. They do not rely on brute force, but on the slow erosion of their prey's strength. They run and run and run, sometimes for miles, never breaking formation, never losing focus. The impala's defense is agility and awareness. She darts, pivots, and leaps with astonishing grace, weaving through thorny acacia and over dry creek beds. Her muscles coil and spring, propelling her in unpredictable arcs, each movement a desperate bid for survival. The herd scatters in confusion, but the wild dogs remain locked on their chosen quarry, reading her every move, anticipating her next turn. As the pursuit stretches on, the impala grows weary, her breaths coming in sharp, ragged bursts. The wild dogs press closer, tightening their circle. In these final moments, the savanna holds its breath, the balance of life and death tipping on a knife's edge. Sometimes the impala escapes, vanishing into a thicket where the pack cannot follow. Other times, the wild dog's teamwork prevails, and the hunt ends in a flurry of motion and dust. This relentless pursuit shapes the savanna itself. The wild dogs keep the herds alert and moving, preventing overgrazing and nurturing new growth. The impalas, in turn, sharpen their senses, passing on the lessons of vigilance to future generations. Each chase, each narrow escape, weaves another thread into the intricate fabric of the ecosystem. In this land of endless horizons, the African wild dog and the impala are bound together, hunter and hunted, challenger and challenged. Their eternal contest is not just a struggle for survival, but a dance that sustains the wild heart of the savanna.